Hello students, today I am going to explain the next topic of 12th biology from chapter number 5. Name of this chapter is Origin and Evolution of Life, and the name of topic is Darwinism. Darwinism is a theory of origin of species by natural selection. This theory is proposed by Charles R. Darwin. Charles R. Darwin was a British naturalist. He postulated the theory of origin of species by natural selection. His theory is based on several facts and observation and deduction. डार्विनने मांडलेली जी थिअरी होती या थिअरीला डार्विनिझम म्हटलं जातं. त्याची थिअरी सेव्हरल फॅक्ट्स, ऑब्झर्वेशन आणि डिडक्शनवर आधारित होती. Of the various theories, Darwin's theory is mostly accepted theory because it provides most convincing explanation about the origin of life. During his voyage on Galapagos Island by HMS Beagle ship, Darwin observed various types of plants and animals. त्याने जगाची सफर करताना अनेक प्राणी आणि वनस्पती यांचं ऑब्झर्वेशन्स केलं आहे आणि त्या ऑब्झर्वेशन्सवरून, रिअल फॅक्ट्सवरून आणि डिडक्शन्सवर त्याने ही थिअरी मांडली. In 1959, Charles R. Darwin published his observation and conclusion in his book Origin of Species. Darwin's theory of organic evolution by natural selection is based upon the 5 principles. These 5 principles are overproduction, then second one, struggle for existence, third one, organic variation, fourth one, natural selection, and last one, origin of new species. So firstly, I am going to explain the overproduction, first principle. So listen carefully. Overproduction is called as enormous fertility or prodigality of production. Each and every living organism has a tendency to produce more number of progeny, more number of young ones in a geometric ratio. Every living organism has great potential for reproduction. All organisms produce more young ones than those which can survive up to the maturity. In other words, any population tend to increase in geometrical ratio. या प्रिन्सिपलमध्ये डार्विन असं सांगतो की प्रत्येक सजीव हा त्याच्याच जातीतल्या सजीवाला, जास्तीत जास्त सजीवांना जन्माला घालतो. प्रत्येक सजीव हा जास्तीत जास्त सजीवांना जन्माला घालतो. उदाहरणार्थ, पॅरामेशियम रिप्रोड्यूस 3 टाइम्स इन 48 hours. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट इंटरेस्टिंग एक्झाम्पल दिलं ॲन इलेफंट. ॲन इलेफंट इज अ स्लोएस्ट ब्रीडर. Animal can produce 19 million descendant in a period of about 750 years. An elephant, the slowest breeder animal, can produce 6 young ones in its lifespan of 100 years. If all the young ones of single female elephant survive and reproduce, about 19 million elephant will be produced in 750 years. तसं इलेफंट हा स्लो ब्रीडिंग ॲनिमल आहे. एक फिमेल इलेफंट 6 पिलांना त्याच्या 100 वर्षाच्या कालावधीमध्ये जन्माला घालतो. तर त्यातले सर्व जगले आणि पुन्हा त्यांच्यापासून रिप्रोडक्शन दिसून आलं तर 750 वर्षामध्ये 19 मिलियन इलेफंट जन्माला येतात. हाऊएव्हर, दी साइज ऑफ स्पेसीज इन गिवन एरिया रिमेन रिलेटिव्हली कॉन्स्टंट बिकॉज ऑफ फ्लक्च्युएशन्स दॅट ऑकर सीजनली. regardless the rate of production of species, the number remain constant under fairly stable environment because of struggle for existence. जरी एका बाजूला सजीव जास्त पिलांना जन्माला घालतो तरी दुसऱ्या बाजूला स्ट्रगल फॉर एक्झिस्टन्स असल्यामुळे त्यातले सर्व जगत नाहीत. देन that is about the overproduction. Then second principle is struggle for existence. According to Darwin, individual multiply in geometrical ratio, but food, space, water remain constant. According to Darwin, the living organism reproduce or multiply in geometrical ratio. This shows overproduction, but basic needs are remain constant. That means on one hand population tend to increase, while on other hand the basic needs food, space, water remain constant, and that result into the competition for getting the requirements of life or for fulfill the basic needs of life. This competition is called as struggle for existence. एका बाजूला सजीवांची संख्या वाढते आणि दुसऱ्या बाजूला मूलभूत गरजा ह्या लिमिटेड आहेत. अशा वेळेस सजीवांमध्ये मूलभूत गरजा भागवण्यासाठी अन्न, वस्त्र, निवारा या मूलभूत गरजा भागवण्यासाठी लढा सुरू होतो. त्याला स्ट्रगल फॉर एक्झिस्टन्स असं म्हटलं जातं. ओव्हर प्रोडक्शन लीड टू दी competition lead to the struggle for existence between the members of population for limited supply of food, or to overcome the adverse climatic condition, or for space, or to escape from the enemies. There are three types of struggle. The struggle for existence may be three types: intraspecific struggle, interspecific struggle, and environmental struggle. That is about the struggle for existence. Then third principle of Darwin's theory is organic variation. Variations are the differences that occur in morphology, physiology, nutrition, habit, and behavioral pattern. व्हॅरिएशन म्हणजेच मॉर्फॉलॉजी, फिजिओलॉजी, न्यूट्रिशन, हॅबिट आणि बिहेवियरल पॅटर्नमध्ये असणारे डिफरन्सेस, फरक. डार्विन रेकग्नाइज these variations are raw material for evolution. Variations were observed among the members of same species or even in different species. व्हॅरिएशन एकाच प्रजातीतल्या दोन सजीवांमध्ये किंवा दोन भिन्न प्रजातीतल्या किंवा सजीवांमध्ये दिसून येतो. एकाच प्रजातीतल्या दोन किंवा दोन वेगवेगळ्या प्रजातीतल्या सजीवांमध्ये व्हॅरिएशन दिसून येतं. इन फॅक्ट्स नो टू ऑर्गॅनिझम इवन अदर्स no two organisms, even brothers and sisters, are exactly alike. Variation may be harmful, neutral or useful. व्हॅरिएशन हे फायदेशीर असतं किंवा हार्मफुल पण असतं. अकॉर्डिंग टू डार्विन, useful variation preserved and pass on their offspring. Without variation there won't be any evolution, so variation play an important role. And Darwin described two types of variation: useful variation, that means favorable variation, and unfavorable variation. That is about the organic evolution. That is about the organic variation. The next principle, natural selection. The organism which provided with favorable variation become succeed in the struggle for existence, while the organism with unfavorable variation are unfit to survive and they perish. नॅचरल सिलेक्शननुसार ज्या सजीवामध्ये योग्य बदल असतो तो वातावरणात तग धरून राहतो, सर्वाईव्ह होतो. ज्याच्यामध्ये योग्य बदल नसतो म्हणजे ज्याच्यामध्ये अनफेवरेबल व्हॅरिएशन असतं तो वातावरणात तग धरून राहत नाही, तो काळाच्या ओघात नष्ट होतो. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस principle, organism which are provided with favorable variation which become succeed in struggle for existence, while other organism which are with unfavorable variation are become unfit to survive and they perish. Nature select the organism which are provided with favorable variation. These are the fittest to survive, hence the theory is known as natural selection. In the struggle for existence, nature select the organism which are with favorable variation, and the organism with unfavorable variation are unfit. They perish out. This means survival of fittest. This, in short, nature select the organism which are with favorable variation, and the organism with unfavorable variation they are perish out. That is natural selection. And the last principle of Darwinism is origin of new species. As a result of struggle for existence, variation and inheritance, the organism tend to become better adapted to their survival. Because of struggle for existence, variations and inheritance, the organism become better adapted to their environment. Nature select those organisms which are with favorable variation. As favorable variation are transmitted from generation to generation, then successive generation become better adapted to environment. As favorable variation transmit from one generation to generation, and successive generation better adapted. Gradually, these adaptations with few new modification in the life cycle and finally give rise to new species. Hence, in each and every generation there is slight betterment of already developed characters. So listen carefully. I am repeat the same. Origin of new species is last principle of this theory. स्ट्रगल फॉर एक्झिस्टन्स म्हणजे जगण्यासाठी लढा, त्यानंतर व्हॅरिएशन्स आणि इनहेरिटन्स, यामुळे प्रत्येक सजीव हा बेटर ॲडॅप्टेड होतो वातावरणाशी. त्याच्यामध्ये जास्तीत जास्त अनुकूल बदल होतात. प्रत्येक जनरेशनमध्ये हा बदल झाला की तो बदल पुढच्या पिढीमध्ये ट्रान्सफर होतो. आणखी त्या बदलात पुढच्या पिढीत आणखी बदल होतो. म्हणजे successive generation become better adapted to environment. In each generation there is betterment take place in already developed characters. So finally give rise to the new species and evolution take place. Hence in each and every generation there is slight betterment of already developed characters. That is about the Darwin's theory and about the 5 postulates of Darwinism. The remaining topic of this chapter we will see in next lecture.